Okie doke. Today we are on page 11 and 12 of our Unit 8 table of contents. Today we'll talk about the interior, that's inside, angles of triangles. I'm just going to draw a triangle instead of writing the word. On the left side we'll put our notes. On the right side, page 12, you'll glue in the assignment when it's graded and given back to you. We know from 6th grade and 7th grade and even some of 8th grade that all of our angles in a triangle, all three of these angles, add up to be 180 degrees. That means we know that 180 is the same as this angle, 55, plus this angle, 53, plus this angle, angle F. These angles have to add to get to 180. That means we call them supplementary angles. That is, once again, this angle 55, this angle 53. Notice I put the plus sign with the term 53 to remember that it's positive. And this angle, angle F. All of that together gets me the magic number for interior triangle angles, 180 degrees. Now I have an equation, so if I wanted to solve for F, I can just solve the equation. On the right side of the equation, 55 and 53 are like terms, so I can combine 55 and 53 by adding them together. 55 plus 53 is 108 plus F, still on that right side. On the left side, we have 180. My goal is to get all of my variables on one side. All of my variables are already on the right side, which means all of my other numbers have to be on the left side. So I want to move 108 to the left side of this equation. Right now 108 is positive, so to move it, I minus it. If I subtract it from the right side, I have to do that to the left side as well. On the left side, 180 minus 108 is 72. My equal sign is in the middle. 108 minus 108 makes 0. So I'm left with just F on the right side, and now I've solved for 72. For angle F. And F is 72. A lot of people are asking me, well, why can't I just say 180 minus 55 minus 53? Or why couldn't I just say 55 plus 53? We'll take that number and subtract it from 180. That's exactly what we did. We just wrote an equation out for it. I want us to get in the habit of doing this for the examples that you're about to see in a moment. Looking at this second example, we know that all of the angles of a triangle will add up to 180 degrees. That means all of my interior or inside angles. So 111, 33, and 3B are the interior angles of the triangle. That means they're inside of the triangle. They add up to be 180 degrees. So I know all of them added together is equal to 180. 180 is the same as 111 plus 33 plus 3B. To write my equation, I add all of my interior angles and make that equal to 180. Now I want to solve, my goal is to solve this equation for B. I'll combine my like terms. On the left side, I can combine 111 and 33 to get a total of 144. I still have plus 3B. I cannot combine those terms because this has a variable and this does not. On the right side, we have just 180. B is already on its own. All of the B's are on the left side, so I want all of the plain old numbers on the right side. So I need to get rid of 144. It's positive, so to get rid of it or move it, I'll minus it from both sides. 144 minus itself is 0, so I'm left with just 3B on the left side. 180 minus 144 is 36. Now I have 3B equals 36. To get B by itself, now I would divide by its coefficient 3. That leaves me with 1B equal to 36 divided by 3. I've run out of room, so I'm just going to say that that's 12 off to the side. Now I know B is equal to 12. Again, you could have just said 180 minus 111 minus 33, or done adding those together, take it away from 180. And that would leave you with this missing angle 3B. You could have divided by 3 and got 12. You would have got the same answer. We're going to skip this top left example for now. Let's look at the top right example. We know that all of the angles of a triangle will add up to be 180 degrees. That's all of the interior angles, or the inside angles. Interior angles of a triangle. That would mean 180 is the same as this angle, 59, plus this angle, which is 90 degrees. It's a right angle. We know that by its denotation with the box. All all right angles are 90 degrees. And then the last angle is 2V plus 1. So I'll add 2V plus 1 to all of that. The goal is to solve for V. I'm going to make a second goal for us. We want to know what the missing angle measure is. To solve this equation for V, I need to combine all of the like terms. 59 can combine with 90. 59 and 90 cannot combine with 2V, but they can combine with a plus 1. When you add 59, 90, and plus 1, you'll get a sum of 150. All of these make 150, and we still have plus 2V on the right. On the left side, we only have the one term, 180. You want to get all of the V's on one side of the equation. They're already all on the right. So I want to move all of the plain normal numbers to the left, which means 150 has to go over to the left. To move 150 to the left, we'll subtract it from both sides. That helps us because on the right side, the 150's make 0, and I'm left with just 2V. On the right side, 180 minus 150 is 30. Now I have 30 is equal to 2V. That's 2 times V, so to undo the multiplication there, we will divide. 30 divided by 2 is 15. 2 divided by 2 is 1, so 2V divided by 2 leaves us with just 1V, or V. If I want to find the missing angle, and I do because that's my next goal, I'm going to rewrite the angle measure. The angle measure is 2V plus 1, which means that to find its measure, V is 15. So instead of 2V plus 1, 2 times 15 plus 1. 2 times 15 is just 30. Don't forget your plus 1 there. And 30 plus 1 is 31. This is an angle, so it's measured in degrees. Now we'll look at the bottom left example. Again, all of the interior or inside angles of a triangle will add to get 180 degrees. That means that these three angles are supplementary with each other. That means 180 is the same or equal to 38 plus x minus 14 plus 3x plus 12. I'm going to color code these angles one more time. I'll have x minus 14 in blue. I highlighted the plus sign with the x to remember it's positive. I'll put 3x plus 12 in green. And I'll put that third angle, 38, in pink. And we know that the interior angles of a triangle always add up to 180 degrees. My goal is to figure out the measure of this blue angle and this green angle. In order to do that, we need to know the values of x, the variable. Before I can figure out that, I'm going to have to solve this equation. That's why we wrote the equation. I can combine 38. 38 won't combine with an x, but it will combine with a negative 14 or a minus 14. These are just plain old numbers. They're constants, so I cannot combine them with 3x. I could combine them with 12. Now I have 38 minus 14 plus 12. When you combine 38 minus 14 plus 12, you'll have a sum of 36. We have plus x and plus 3x. That's all together on this side 4 x's, and those are positive. On the left side, the only term we had is 180. Now my equation is 180 equals 36 plus 4x. Your goal is to get all of the x's on one side of the equation. They're already all on the right, which means all of my plain numbers have to get moved to the left. So we need to move 36 over to the left. Right now 36 is positive, so to move it, we should minus it. That's because on the right side then, the 36's would make 0, which leaves us with just 4x. On the left side, 180 minus 36 is 144. Now I have 144 equals 4x. 4x is being multiplied 4 times x. To undo multiplication, we'll use division. I'm writing my division like a fraction. On the left side, 144 divided by 4 will get us 36. On the right side, 4x divided by 4 gets us 1 times x, or just a normal x. This is good, but I'm not done with my goal. My goal is to find the blue and the green angle. To do that, I needed to know the value of x. Let's find the value of the blue angle now. The blue angle has a measure of x minus 14 degrees. I know x is 36 minus 14. So 36 minus 14 is 22. The blue angle then is 22 degrees. The last thing I've got to do is find the measure of the green angle now. I'll do that off to the side right here. The green angle has a measure of 3x plus 12. 3x plus 12. Instead of writing x, I can replace that with 36. So 3x plus 12 becomes 3 times 36 plus 12. 3 times 36 is 108. I have my plus 12. 108 plus 12 is 120. This is an angle, so the green angle will be measured in degrees, 120 degrees. Just to recap what we've done today, the first thing we did was we solved for the variable. We did this by writing an equation. what we needed to know to write this equation was that all of the inside angles of a triangle, the interior angles of a triangle, will add to be 180 degrees. If our goal was to find the value of x, or the variable, we were done. If our goal was to find the value of the angle, we had a second step. We used what we found for the variable, so we used the value of the variable, and we plugged that in. We plugged that in to the angles expression.